Hi everyone, I'm Dready Dude. Going to be playing some more Diablo Immortal tonight. Got the Ancient Nightmare event about to spawn over in... where is it? In Mount Zven. Just noticed I'm on the wrong difficulty here. So we'll bump that to L2 and head straight over so we don't miss that. So last time we were online, we just managed to get into Hell 2 and got the minimum item level that we were required for that. So head on down to this event. And we did the second of the two elite quests, which was to go and find Valor. So the Ancient Nightmare here, it's immune with a shield on it until it's in one of these yellow areas, which are activated by those altars there. And when it's in one of those yellow areas, it's vulnerable to damage, so you're able to damage it and start knocking its shield off here. But while it's outside of one of those areas, it's not vulnerable. So instead, you take damage if you're near it. So now it's immune to damage, and I take damage if I'm standing near it. So I need to wait for it to get back into one of these, with which someone else is activated. You keep just doing that until you get it down to 0 shields, and then once it gets to 0 shields, it'll stop and attack everyone, and then you have to kill it. Apparently my first kill of the day. Almost got all its shields down. So in normal mode, you're able to activate those altars without having anything else. You can just click on them and it activates. On Hell difficulty and higher, you need one of these Zacharum sigils, which you get from defeating Lord Martanus, I think his name is. Definitely does a little bit of damage, so you need to make sure you're staying out of all of his attacks and things. So we get a bit of XP from that, and we get this ancient chest here, which has good chunk of enchanted dust, which is always nice. And I've got a helm here, which is good. I think that little menu that came up was because someone was dead there as well, so there was two things that it was trying to click on in the same spot, so it was giving me the option of clicking the head or rezzing that person. Let's head back to Westmarch. Head down the bottom here and get that identified.
No secret. I hope I was of assistance.
Let's see, so my current one is 63.65, this one's 65.56, so not quite as high. Not sure if I've got that power yet, so I'll head over to the viewer here and see if we can extract it or not.
Legendary weapons.
There it is. So we can extract that one out. And then if we want to use that power some other time, whenever we're using Wrath of the Berserker, that's there for us to use. Just have a quick look at what else we have. So we don't have any gems to upgrade. We've got a reward to claim here, a couple of hilts, that's always nice. I don't think there's anything to claim there at the moment. And then over here, so Warband has a tick on it at the moment because I've got the defensive Cyrangar in 20 minutes. We did have a third person on earlier, but just two at the moment, so we'll see who's around when it comes to that time, and if we can get a group together, I will. Otherwise we can just try to do that solo. I've managed to complete it solo once, and the other time I got to the second last wave, I think. So upgrading our gear, we're now on all rank 7s, and then these ones we got a couple of rank 2s and some rank 1s. So I'm pretty close to doing that, so we might do see if we can do some more challenge rift levels later on. Still need more enchanted dust to upgrade some of these some more though.
You do the fighting, I'll do the forging.
We also have the Hallow's Wake event still on. So this event, you get hallowed stones each day. So you get one when you log in each day, you get another one from Trick or Treat. So you can get these from your friends, or you can navigate to the crone, which is what I'm currently doing. And she will give us one of those tokens as a treat. So it just seems to be one each day. I'm not sure if that changes if you go see your friends rather than the crone. So that's the trick or treat. We've got the rewards here, so working our way up to 260 hallowed stones. So we've collected a emoji and some crests at 30, then a legendary crest at 60, a portrait frame and some crests at 145, and then another legendary crest at 260. And there's also these rewards that you can purchase. So that one's just a 1 hour cosmetic item which disguises you from the spirits. Then you've got some of these purchases are character limit, so throughout the event, like this one here, I'm at 8 of 10. I've bought 2 of those, so I've got 8 of 10 remaining. And then there's other ones like the glowing shard, which are weekly purchases. And the way you earn those, so you get one per day for logging in, you get one from the crone as well, and there's also 10, first 10 elites you kill give you one each, the first 3 rifts you do give you 3 each, and the first 3 goblins you find give you 5 each. So I've only managed to find 1 goblin so far, so that one's sort of not super reliable unless you're just farming open world like crazy. But these ones here I've been doing every day. So we can probably head back to West March and do a few things there before the defense of Cyrangar is up, which is about 20 minutes now. So first I'll head into the Sanctum here, and we'll go do our daily run. I'm gonna keep looking up at that and going, what's that red thing? It's just gonna be the defense. Been switching back and forth between Diablo 3 and Immortal, so I get used to running around over the top of gear to pick it up and then go back into Diablo 3 and have to click on everything and then come back here again and feel like I have to click on everything again. Be interesting to see whether they adopt the auto pickup for Diablo 4 as well, or whether that's more specific to the mobile. Has carried over into the PC version on Immortal though, so may be something that the developers are playing and going, yeah, this is something we want in Diablo 4. It's fun spam clicking on everything, but it does get tiring after a while. So that Hydra that just popped up there, that's actually from my ancestral weapon in the warband camp, the Castle of Cyrangar. So if we have a look at the ancestral weapons, so this is my weapon here. So summon a Hydra to attack surrounding enemies, and that's triggered by these 2 invocations that I have on my armor. So one of them is completing a summon has a 25% chance to cast the Hydra. The other one is defeating an enemy has a 25% chance to cast the Hydra. They've each got a 2-minute cooldown. So we get that proccing from time to time, which does a little bit of damage. Always nice to see it pop up as well. So I'm still going with just opening the first rune in here, just because it's a little more efficient on the keys. If you want to get more stones faster, obviously you want to open more chests, but just opening the first rune is about as efficient as it gets. So we don't have anything we can upgrade there. We are getting fairly high on a lot of these, so they're getting quite expensive. So we can exit there. So just got the one person on. Just drop a little reminder here. Alright, so we have a new Battle Pass season. So we're back at level 1 here, and as we level up we get rewards across the free path at the top here. So you get some gems and things, legendary, more gems, a legendary gem, some charms, and legendary crest. Lots of hilts, which is always nice. Some skill stones. Some more skill stones. And getting up towards the top end, you get a legendary 2-star gem at the end of it. Then a renown past that. So I managed to just sneak into level 30. For the last season, which is the highest I've got in a season. Prior to that, I think I got around level 10 or so. So we can claim this legacy of the Herodrum that we just did, and that pops us up to Battle Pass level 2. So we get some hilts and some materials. So while we're waiting for the last 15 minutes, we'll just get started on some Elder Rifts towards our Halloween event. And it's worth doing these in a party because you get some bonus Fading Embers whenever other people use crests as well. But it does come with the downside of having to wait for a group, obviously.
Follow my lead.
There we go. A lot of people seem to either rush through and ignore everything that isn't elite and just kill the elites throughout the dungeon. Other people kill pretty much everything on the way through, but there doesn't really seem to be too much in between where people just kill the big packs and ignore the little ones, which is generally where I would think is probably the most efficient. It's good in these big AoE groups, because I've got my armor shred on the whirlwind, so I can put a debuff on everything and then everyone else kills them. I do some decent AoE damage of my own though, of course. An elite pack just down here, which I don't think the other guys saw. Aragon 87. Should almost do it.
Enemies fall before me.
Not quite. Just a little bit more. There we go. Where's it spawning? Over here. Way back down there. Try to keep this armor strength debuff up. I usually do it up until that attack there, and then that's where I lose it. I have to wait for it to recharge. Nice, GG. Should we pick up all our runes and things? I've also found that there's not many groups which run a second time. People seem to just leave or mill around, so I generally just leave the party and queue up for another one.
Where shall we go?
Otherwise you kind of just sit there with people who aren't actually interested in doing another one. What I do forget to do quite often though is claim that after each rift, because it doesn't stack them up. So if you do 2 in a row but you don't claim that, you only get to claim it once. But if you claim it in between each, you get 1 for everyone, of course. So with my Paragon here, so I've pretty much maxed out the Vanquisher tree, except for this last one here, which is 25 points in armor penetration. So instead of doing the last points there, I've opted to go over into the Gladiator tree, because I've been doing a couple of battlegrounds, and my Dark Clan has been trying to participate in the Shadow War. So I grabbed a couple of points of armor penetration here. Then this first one is a immunity to crowd control, and then been putting points over in life here. And the next one will be a reduces the duration of loss of control effects. And then 10 points in resistance, 10 points in life. And up here is a cheat death. So if you take a fatal attack from a player, it instead reduces you to 1 life and it makes you immune for 3 seconds, which you then recover to 60% life and can leap away before they kill you, hopefully. That's the plan anyway. Yeah, so I've been putting points into here. After I get that, I'm not sure where I'll go after that. There is a 25 points of damage here, which I could use, which would be quite nice. There's also armor here as well. Then over this side there's a potency and a a skill where if you're below 30% life, you put a trap every 5 yards for the next 6 seconds, which is interesting. I've seen those traps, but I'm not sure what they do. I assume they just slow people that are chasing you, but it could be useful for sure. There's also the treasure hunter tree, which has armor and then some different skills for adventuring, basically. So we've got one here which increases your experience from elite monsters, one from equipment drop rate from elite monsters outdoors, one for gold, and one for globes. So that might be the next place to go after the gladiator one. Just keeping an eye on that time as well. Got about 5 minutes, so probably have to do this quickly, as long as it starts in the next minute or two.
Where shall we go?
One of those guys just dropped 10 eternal shards on it, eternal crests. I feel this is going to be a run through everything group. One guy is running through everything. Everyone else is killing stuff at the start here.
Is that all you've got?
I don't know if it's worth trying to catch up to this guy or stick with the other guys. All these mobs are just resetting after this guy's run past them. Means I'm probably gonna get stuck in the middle of everything.
Didn't stand a chance.
Here's the Guardian. Make sure we pick everything up. And let's bail out of here and go do the defense of Cyrangar. That was actually a really quick rift. It only took 2 minutes. I think we will go down and D our bags out first.
What do you need, friend?
Always worth checking how we're going
You
with
do
our
the
upgrades.
fighting, I'll do the forging.
Let's have a look here. So, still have another person online. They're in a Elder Rift at the moment. So we'll head on over to the castle and we'll See if we can snag that person after they get out of the rift. So the defense of Cyrangar, it's you basically have the gate at the frontier which you're defending, and it fans out from there, and there's a bunch of barricades and things which are your first lines of defense, and there's multiple waves of enemies which you have to defend against. So I'm not sure exactly how it works. It never has this lit up, but I think so I've set this time for it, but it seems to be the 1 hour before. Like you have to get ready before the actual event, and then it drops you in when it starts. But there is a sort of override that I've got here, where I can click start now. So I'll see if I can if this person wants to join. See if they get back to me or not. But even if they don't, we can do that ourselves. See if we can solve like that. Take the opportunity for a quick water break. Give it a couple more minutes before we start up. So we've done 2 of our 3 wanted rifts, so we'll get another 3 tokens there. And so I've been buying the weekly glowing shards and the weekly legendary item, and I think I grabbed the weekly gems the first time, but I'm currently buying up the character enchanted dust, because that's 6 enchanted dust for every 10, so it's a good little stockpile there. 60 throughout the event. So between this one and the weekly glowing shards, it helps out with those gear upgrades. Still says they're in an Elder Rift. I'm not sure how quickly that updates. Give it until 5 past, then try to invite, and See if it goes from there. So there's another Ancient Nightmare on at 10 o'clock. So we'll see if we can remember to do that as well. So I can click a start now there. They haven't seemed to accept that. Well, I will begin this and see if they join in. So it says battle begins in 1 minute, but I don't know whether I have to, if I click begin, whether it starts early or let's have a look. Alright, so we enter in and then it begins shortly after. So this is the door that you have to defend, and there's a few different rows of barricades along with a little mortar in the middle. And up the end here you have the sort of this wall which is slowly closes in. I'll do one last bite, see if they want to come in or not. And then this will start shortly. Battle begins. So the first couple of waves are generally not too difficult. It is tough to manage the whole battlefield when you're solo though. Gonna have to jump back and forth a little bit. My summon is definitely helpful for that though. You can help hold that side a little bit while I head back over here again.
You didn't stand a chance.
Not too big of an issue if you lose the barricades, but they do slow down the monsters a little bit. I find the archers at the back tend to hurt a bit. Definitely do a bit of damage when there's a bunch of them and they just all start shooting at you at the same time. So have a look over here.
Didn't stand a chance.
Enemy attacks from above. So these ones fly down the middle and they just ignore everything until they're attacked. They fly right up to the door if you give them the chance. So you can see the mortar in the middle there, or the crossbow I guess, trying to shoot everything. So the door does have quite a bit of life, unfortunately, so it can take a little bit of a beating. You can see the current castle life, castle door life on the left there.
Taste the fury of the ancients.
And we have a boss round. And of course, it's a siege breaker. Can be anything more fitting for a siege of a castle. Did a lot of damage to my stuff. Usually this attacks me rather than the fortifications. You also sometimes get orbs which push the that veil back a bit, but I haven't seen any of those this time. Seem to be rarer than everything else. Everything else is beating on my barricades, but need to make sure these don't get just sit here attacking the gate. I haven't seen one of those before. There's a charge core which charge my ultimate straight up, which is definitely helpful for groups like that. I haven't seen those frenzy globes either.
You didn't stand a chance.
And of course the enemies get bigger and more scary the further through the waves you get. So it looks like each of the regular shrines are coming up as orbs in here. So I've got the alchemical orb at the moment, which is the shrine that freezes things when you hit them. There goes my mortar, my crossbow, whatever it is. So once it gets down to this kind of time, you do start taking quite a bit of damage as everything sort of attacks you at once as well. Charge core there, if I can get to it.
You will bleed.
Trying to prevent as much damage to the gate as we can. So you can see the gate's down to 70% now. But that seems to be everything in
Guides my hand.
that waves. So we've got 2 waves to go. Might be able to hold this up. But it'll depend on whether we can manage to stay alive or not. Someone can tank that for a bit.
Your strength is mine. I'm healed.
easy with these last couple. Yeah, the globes definitely help out in these. See what I mean about things starting to do a lot of damage. But that is wave 7, so we're on to the last wave now. So we might get lucky and be able to finish this. Just have to make sure we're keeping things away from the door. And not taking too much damage myself. That'll definitely help out. Try to stay out of his way. Make sure they don't get through while we're fighting. Did it. Managed to solo. That's good. Alright, so 82-80 score. Door got down to 21%. Very nice. So we get a few rewards there and some warband activity tokens. So I'm not sure if we get more tokens if we do that in a group. I would think so. We also got a legendary axe. Very nice. The other thing we can do tonight, which I think I'll get my last Elder Rift done and then queue up for it, is the raid, the Helliquary. So I am high enough combat rating now that we can queue for difficulty 2 on Lassal, but it's tough to find a group for that difficulty, it seems. So this one is quite a nice upgrade. So we previously had 60-57, this is 70-68, so that'll buff up quite a bit. And we'll have to go and enchant that.
Legendary weapons.
So previously we had Stonefall on it, which increases the damage of our Hammer of the Ancients. So I like using that one because our summon, the spirit that we have, is part of the Hammer of the Ancients spell, so this presumably increases the damage of that as well. And we'll see if we can extract the other one, or if we have it already. Looks like we've already got it. In that case, we can salvage it.
What do you need, friend?
So we'll salvage that one off. And we'll just check what the power level of that other one is before we salvage it as well. So if we go to Ancestral Weapons, go here. So this one is 4093 with 2717. This one's 6,000, quite a bit higher. So we won't be replacing that.
What do you need,
So
friend?
we can salvage off that one there. And we are now up to 109 of 110. So close.
I hope that can help.
Alright, so we've got a little bit of daily activity here. So got that done. Forgot to claim our Elder Rift, so we can do that now. And just did the defense of Cyrangar as well. And over in our quests we killed 1600 monsters. And just reached Battle Pass 3. There we go, just got some enchanted dust, which means we will now have enough to upgrade that weapon. Or upgrade
What
one
do
of
you
our
need,
things
friend?
here. Which I think I will upgrade that weapon. That'll bump that up a little bit. First rank 8, which is very nice. 130 for the next and 6 of the glowing shards, so that's getting quite expensive. But we still need another 550 enchanted dust to get the rest of those up.
I hope that can help.
So lots more to do there. So we're now up to 1464 combat rating. So last time we played we were sort of stuck in the gap between Hell 1 and Hell 2, where we were above 60 Paragon, so the XP and rewards from Hell 1 was reduced, but we were below the 1220 combat rating required for Hell 2, so we had a debuff whenever we were playing in Hell 2. So at the end of last stream I managed to just sneak over that and get into Hell 2. And then along with that did a challenge rift level 30, which between those two things has unlocked some higher item loot. Which so I've got 4 set pieces now, and I was lucky enough to have my best set piece in each slot will be from the same set. So I'm actually running a 4-piece set on that now as well, which increases all my channel damage and persistent ground damage, which the Whirlwind is channel damage, and my Hammer of the Ancients, that circle there, is ground damage, I think. Pretty sure it is anyway. Yeah, so 2 seconds of ground damage from that. And then the 4-piece is each time I damage an enemy 5 times, we do an additional 2000 damage to that enemy, and that damages things pretty quickly, so that is definitely useful for that. I'm not scrapping this one because it does have Whirlwind on it, so what I've found out with these is each time you find them, it rolls a random skill, and then when you upgrade it, it rolls a random skill with the percent damage on it. But when you extract that, it keeps the skills, but it wipes all the damage bonuses. And then when you imbue your one with one that's been extracted, it re-rolls the damage percentages. So even though this is a 2% Whirlwind at the moment, if I upgrade that to rank 5 and then extract that as a skill stone, then use that skill stone to empower this one, that will re-roll the percent damage on the Whirlwind, and I might be able to get a upgrade there. But it is gets very expensive for the platinum upgrading those, so Whirlwind is quite a sought after one, so it might be worth just selling that instead. But when we get to that, I'll have a look at the prices and see what I want to do. whenever I use it myself and try to get some more whirlwind damage. So we'll queue up for a Elder Rift
Follow my lead.
and get our last one done for the Halloween event. Then we'll go do something else after that. Might do a few challenge rifts and see how far we can get through that.
Fight against the burning hells.
Last time we did challenge rift 30, as I said just before. And that one we were slightly below that 1220 for Hell 2 at that time, so that one was showing up as monsters high difficulty. But we've leveled up a bit since there, so hopefully we should be able to get a few more levels done before we hit that combat rating wall again. And that'll get us at least one more upgrade for those side items as well. Maybe even two.
I will protect you.
Seem to run into Sprigsy a lot. Not sure whether he's my clan or not, whether that's where he keeps coming from.
An ally in the fight against the burning hells.
Yeah, there he is. So he's in my clan, so when I join something it probably pops up something for him. So it said unable to start due to inactive players, but usually it drops the start thing. So let's remove that person from the party. See if we can fill this last
My
slot.
party grows stronger.
Yeah. Looks like everyone's just running through on this one.
Enjoy your last breath.
But if that is what the group wants to do, that is what I shall do with the group. It's a little bit laggy in this one actually, monsters are jumping around a bit. Maybe if everyone AoEs things a little bit on the way past, they'll die by the time the fourth person gets through. Tried to jump over there, but that didn't work at all. Almost at the end of the rift bar. Here we go. Some spawning over here somewhere.
My enemies fall before me.
can. Alright, so that is all of our Halloween thing done for the day. Leave that party. So we've got our 3 Haunted Drifts done and our 10 elites. We might find some goblins as we're adventuring around, but I don't think it's very time efficient to go looking specifically for goblins. So no upgrades there. So I think we'll give some more challenge drifts a go. So as I said just before, we did level 30 last time we were on, and that one was just showing up as slightly too low for the challenge rating of that level. But we have got quite a bit of gear since then, so hopefully we should be able to get through a few levels before we hit the challenge rating wall again. So let's get started on level 31. That explode, so just need to make sure I don't do a big attack on them just as they're about to reflect it back at me. Doesn't seem too bad so far. Everything's going down pretty easy and nothing has really hurt too much. We're quite a bit ahead of the timer so far, which is good. Chemical shrine here. See if we can gather things up a little bit. Try not to stand in that mortar. Dead end. Good use of that conduit globe. I did see a champion just down the bottom there.
Step forward.
I'm wondering if I've gone the wrong direction now. But we do have a conduit shrine here for the Guardian. So maybe this was the better way to go. as I stand close to the fire. Make sure I'm not taking too much damage.
Your strength is mine.
The ultimate, finish that up.
My power grows.
That's very nice. Alright, that's level 31 done. We'll see how high we can push this up. Level 32. So this one with all the zombies, I'll try to just fight packs that are a little bit larger like this, rather than sort of the 2, 3, 4 mob packs. See if we can get these guys to all drag around the corner here and punch up.
Very well.
Wasn't quite quick enough to get out of that one. Problem is, I don't do a lot of AoE damage when all my abilities are down. Everything's charging back up. Be a little bit dicey if I get stuck in the middle of things before everything is ready to die. Guardian is just down here. I did see a shrine down here as well.
My health
Protection shrine,
returns.
that'll be handy. It's the same one I just had in my defense of Cyrangar. There's a lot of fire. So that little shield icon above its head is the debuff from the armor shred from the whirlwind. So when it gets to that sort of fully broken state is when they're taking maximum damage from that. What was that, 32? Few extra healths, which is always good. Let's just head down to Raqqa Square and upgrade my armor while we know we've got crystals, and that'll give us not too much, but a little bit more power to continue pushing through these.
What do you need, friend?
Get all that salvaged off as well. Then can upgrade this one. So that leaves us with 10, so we need another 40
I hope that
before
can
we
help.
can upgrade another one. We got a Paragon level 2. That'll be a little bit of extra life, which is always good. Head back up to the Challenge Rift. Have a little bit of water before we go in. Gotta keep hydrated. Alright, level 33. This one is 10, and another 10, and then 50. So if we get that 35 done, we'll be able to upgrade another item. So 33. See if we can group these guys up a little bit.
Life is already perfect.
So still feeling pretty easy so far. So hopefully we'll be able to push up a few more levels. It does start to get difficult fairly quickly though. Like it'll be fairly easy for a bunch of levels, and then you'll get to one level and you'll be like, oh, that was a little bit more tough, and then the next one will be really tough, and then the one after that will be it'll be saying that the monsters are too high for your challenge rating. So it definitely ramps up very quickly when you get close to that close to the the required challenge rating for that level. Quite a lot of guys here actually. So we got one elite pack here, we got another elite pack down the bottom, and a champion as well. And another elite pack up the top. So there's 3 elite packs and a champion. Sure we're not standing in those prisons. There we go. This one is probably my least favourite of the bosses, just because there's so much area denial, which is not very fun when you're in melee. This bit here, it's easy enough to dodge the red things, but then you end up with poison just everywhere and nowhere left to stand. So here I can't be in range of the boss without standing in the poison, which is annoying. Oh, it got it down to without too much trouble, so that's the main thing. That was 33 done. Now we're on to level 34 Challenge Rift.
Death awaits you.
Straight into it with a... Wait, so that was one elite pack. There's another 1, 2 elite packs here and then one around the corner as well. Actually, there's 3 here. So that's 5 elite packs in the space of 40 feet.
Good. My strength returns.
This one up the top here too. Make sure we're dodging all the lasers. There's a very big start to the rear. We're like 40 seconds in and we're over halfway already. Do we go left or do we go right? I'm feeling right. Looks like we've got an elite pack down here, so Tracy's gone well. Sanguine Queen. Missed my refresh on the armor, so it dropped. Try not to get hit by those if I can. Really hard to dodge that one.
Fear my blaze.
Of course, she jumps away right as I do my ultimate. I've seen her teleport that far away before. That's very odd. Very nice. Just have to keep an eye on that time as well. 12 minutes until the next Ancient Nightmare. So we'll try to get this 35 done and then we'll see how the time's going. We'll be able to upgrade another piece of armor after this one too.
Your end is at hand. Prepare to meet it.
These are the guys that have been invading my castle. Still haven't worked out exactly why that gets stuck in its targeting phase and doesn't jump. I love getting energy waves and getting 2 of my big summons. I've found out that you can't get 3 of those though, so like we did there, if we had the cooldown back up and there's 2 up and they've still got a bit of time, it's worth just hanging on to the cooldown until one of them drops. Otherwise it just despawns the first one, which is a little bit of a waste. Wasn't quite watching my health there. These are archers that are doing a lot of damage to me again. Just like in the defense. Need to make sure we get those killed off so they can't just stand there shooting at us. I'm not going to go down that way because I can see it's a dead end already. Hopefully up here is not also a dead end. Do have an elite pack here though, so this should hopefully push us to that 100% progress and spawn the Guardian. There we go. Where is it? Over there by the look of it. Crusader King. In Diablo 3, if I leapt up when that was happening, that would not hit me, which is what I just did there. The downfall of playing both games at the same time. Very nice. So that's level 35 done. That was a good chunk of materials as well. So we'll head down and upgrade this item. And I think we can probably queue up for this while we're going to do the Ancient Nightmare. So there's a difficulty 2 one here with 3 people in it. Let's have a look at what their combat rating's like. So he meets the minimum. Those two are both offline. So I guess we'll just sit in here and see what happens as it gets a bit more full.
It's good to see you.
Right, let's get those scrapped. We'll have a look at that weapon before we scrap it. So we can upgrade this one here now. So that's all rank 2s on our secondary items. So I need 75 for the next upgrade on those.
You do the fighting, I'll do the forging.
So let's have a look at that weapon. So this one is only 3800, so this one's quite a bit better still. So no upgrade there.
What do you need, friend?
So we'll get that one scrapped.
I hope that can help.
And then we will head over to Mount Xavian and we'll wait for this this nightmare to spawn. And we'll see how our raid fills up while we're waiting. Hopefully it'll all time out that we just get the nightmare killed just as this fills up to 8. But that guy's offline and he is also below the minimum for this. So I'm just gonna vote to kick him. And this guy is also offline, but he is above the minimum. So we'll see if he comes back before the group fills up. Yeah, so recommended rating of 1250 for this. So in this game where it says recommended rating, that's it's really a minimum rating, because if you're below that you get a debuff on you, which increases your damage taken and decreases your damage done by quite a significant amount. So when I was only 10 points below the 1220 needed for Hell 2, it was doing about 7% extra damage taken and less damage done. But when I was sort of 100, 200 points below, it was like 200-300% extra damage taken. So you're just immediately getting killed by everything, basically. Alright, so we got 4 minutes until the next Ancient Nightmare. Go in the queue for the raid there as well. So our bounties are in the Darkwood. That one is in the sea. What's this one at? This one's in Ashwold Cemetery. So nothing else here at the moment. So let's have a look through here. So our guide at the moment, we've got defeat Vitaf in the Helliquary. So Vitaf is the next boss in the Helliquary, which is after Lassal, the Flame-Spun, which is the one we're queued up for. So Vitaf requires a 2000 combat rating to pull. So we're 1460-ish at the moment, so we've still got a bit of way to go before we get to Vitaf. And the other one here, the last step in Hell 2, is defeat Lassal on difficulty 1 with your warband. So I've done Lassal on difficulty 1 before, obviously, but to do it in a warband and get it ticked off for that warband Helliquary raid, you need at least 4 people from your warband in the raid group. So hopefully we'll be able to do that at some point, but not just yet, unfortunately. Then in our activities, so got to claim our Elder Rift yet again. Yeah, all the standard stuff here. Got our bestiary is featured today, so get double points if we manage to complete one of those. Mad King's Breach and Destruction's End have the increased set item at the moment. So our quest at the moment is 45,000 gold, 20 treasure chests and 3 dungeons. So we might try to do some dungeons after this or something. And we're at 1472 combat rating with our next hilts reward at 1525. Got one more challenge rift until we get a bit more. Up to 130 on the challenge rift board now, which isn't too bad. Then here we're filling out our builds, and that's the PvP rating. So I've been doing a couple of battlegrounds, which is a bit of fun. So where are we at now? So we did have someone else join there, but they left, unfortunately. But our Ancient Nightmare is about to spawn, so we'll get that done, and then we'll head off and do something else until this raid fills up. So I do have one of those sigils myself, but I will wait until there's a few more people here. Because I'm not going to be able to do much to its shields before then. Things here do deal a lot of damage though. See if I can do this one. I think I clicked off it too early.
My health returns.
Very 89, very nice. So it seems if you activate it while it's already inside the area as well, it does stun it for a little bit. Which allows you to beat on it a little bit more, I guess. Shield is down. Don't like it when he's looking directly at me. Try to stay behind him as much as possible. Cover up some of those globes.
Your strength is mine.
Understood. Alright, let's port back to Smarch. Hopefully before they attack us. Just had to sneeze. So the PvP battleground is up. Collected everything in there. Right, so this offline person seems to be off-putting to some people joining. So we'll see if we can get him out. So this guy is in the Immortal clans, so I'm guessing that his combat rating is very, very high, 4700. So I know they aren't high enough rating at the moment. I'd type it in my clan and see if anyone is keen. Get another Paragon point there. So we're up to now 89. So health 3 starts at 80, but it's a required combat rating of 2120. So if I select that and just go to somewhere with a monster, so if I attack something down here, it'll come up with monster difficulty very high. And if we look at that, so taking 1500% more damage and dealing 93% less damage. So now being attacked.
My wounds run
And
deep.
was trying to get out of there before I died, but didn't go very well. So let's head back to West March and drop that back to Hell 2 before we forget about it. So we'll have to buff up our combat rating a bit before we get there, but we've got until till Paragon 130 to get up towards that before this starts getting a reduced difficulty. So another 40 levels. Alright, so what do we want to do in the meantime? Let's go do this side quest. See how we go with that. Back just down here.
You? Kathos guides my hand.
Ah, it's a treasure goblin. Very nice. That's an extra couple of the Halloween things. Alright, what do we got here? Bound for centuries we were, 4 souls all offered to the staff. The first was his own. Now he too is free. Run while you still can. Printus the Desecrator. Where are we off to next? Way up there. See if we can, whatever. Just lost someone from our group as the My Paragon guy. Haven't had too much luck with this difficulty 2 yet. Managed to get into one of them, but it was filled with a bunch of low-level people. So everyone pretty much died immediately and left like 3 of us trying to fight it. We got through a good chunk of its health, but we weren't able to kill it. The other thing was people keep getting hit by the rocks, which you need to hide behind, and if you get hit by it, then it breaks and is not there for you to hide behind, and that just kills everyone, obviously. So those two things together end up with a very difficult to defeat boss. What is that shimmer? Power in exchange for freedom. Take the amulet. Free me. Seems like a bad idea. The deal is made. My power is yours until I tear it from you. Good luck with that guy. Oh, that's quite easy. And next one is just up here. Get some of these killed while there's so many around. Hopefully we get a monster essence out of it. Unlucky.
Is that all you've got?
Never alone, never. No, she sees everything. She sees you. Who are you? Slave grows weak, but your flesh is strong. I will have it. I don't think so. Are you alright, friend? I'm not sure. I feel like my mind was kissed by a cold, slimy sea creature. If you don't mind, I'm just going to lie here for a while. That seems fair enough. Alright, that's the side quest done. I'm not sure if, because I picked that up yesterday, I'm not sure if I go back if there's another one here today or not. Or whether I have to wait until tomorrow to get another one of those. I think the side quests do come up in the codex though, yes. Alright, so we are able to grab another one today. So that one's for the frozen tundra. That is not what I meant to click on. And then we've got Darkwood and Sand Scorpion. Let's do these side quests. Actually, let's check my bags first. I have a bad habit of leaving town with full bags, then running out of space while I'm in the middle of things.
What do you need, friend?
So, still a bit off upgrades at the moment.
You do the fighting, I'll do the forging.
Alright, now let's go do the side quests.
Your end is at hand. Prepare to meet it. Feel the bite of my steel. Taste the fury of the ancients. Feel the bite of my steel.
So I seem to have had myself muted for quite a while. Not sure exactly how long, but it's unfortunate.
Enjoy your last breath.
Relics there. Spirit's still on 98% health, which is good. Sure where those other guys have got to. One of them's got back up. The other guy has disappeared. More demons. Alright, so now we can cleanse our relics. So we have 7 relics we can cleanse. The good little chunk of materials and things. That's everything we've got, yeah. Cool. Let's go to bit of half. We can scrap some stuff and then we'll finish up this last quest before our Helliquary hopefully eventually starts. Let's get all that scrapped off.
Nothing like the heat of the forge, eh?
Do you require
We'll
that
get
was
this
quite
identified as well.
refined. Use it well, friend.
So this one is 1 combat rating higher. But a bit of extra crit damage, so let's go with that. let's get rid of him. Apparently I'm the leader now. So let's have a look at these other people. So this person is 1360. This person is 1473. This guy's probably a bit low. Oh no, 1367. So he's quite high for his paragon. This one is 1408. This one is only 828. And this guy here is 2297. So as long as we can get one more person, I think having that person be too low is probably okay. Have another person gone offline now. See who we have about. It's probably a little low. More people going offline. Just did something in the build progress, apparently. Managed to do that completely though, so nothing to collect there. So this adventure summary pops up from time to time, but I'm not sure exactly when it pops up or why it pops up. Just that it does. Right, so we switched into that one, so we can get rid of this one next time we go back to this march. Alright, let's move the offline people. so in the meantime, I have one quest left to go down here, so looks like this might be the nearest waypoint.
Awaits you.
There goes another one. So we're down, back down to 5 now.
Bulkathos guides my hand.
Never easy just to fill up a raid and go. That's why it'll be very good once get the warband raids going.
Feel the bite.
Strange, what am I doing back here? Tigor. Tigor's my name. My mind feels empty. I know I've died, but I can't remember how, or what happened to Rosita and the children. I recall some of that morning. Demons flooded into the village. The snow was stained red. The rage I felt, I can feel its heat even now. It will be with me long after my bones rot. Would you act as my anchor and help me retrace my steps? If I can feel the echoes of the living world, maybe I can remember. If it will give you some kind of peace, I'll help. It was freezing out. I was cutting firewood. I'd stacked up something. Then I heard a scream from the outskirts. Tried to leave as quickly as we could, but the demons were already inside. Told my wife and children to go with the elder, headed to the south entrance of the village. No, it's the wrong way. I always find these ones a little too hard to read quick enough. Started down this road to evacuate as many of the children as we could across the river. The demons were waiting in ambush. My neighbour fought them while we ran. I don't know if it was Borin or Dilver. There are still gaps. Please follow me. Yes, the cart. We told the children to hide among the boxes while we cleared the way. Resda and I fought our way out. I could smell smoke. We had no time. Fire was everywhere. The corpses of demons and our companions were heaped together in pyres. That well ahead. I know it's important. Did you use it to put out the fire? I might have. Would you dig in the well and see if you can find anything? There has to be more. There's an axe down here, and a tunnel. Fallen have been nesting here, and demons, I sensed them. The axe, it can't be. cover from the road. Where's the Zax? Why do I have to remember this? It's all my fault. I asked her to get water for the flames. If I hadn't, she'd still be alive. Why didn't I go myself? I don't want to keep seeing this. I don't want to remember. Tigger. You can't hear me anymore. I hope he doesn't have to relive this again, but with everything that's happened here. Hopefully not. Alright, let's head back to West March now. Alright, so we're back at 4 people, so that's 5 people now. So that guy looks good. This guy should be good, he's high enough Paragon. Yep. This guy I think was in here already. He's good. And Alyss is good also. Maybe we'll get there. Hopefully. Claim those couple of things, and that gets us to Battle Pass level 4. And I don't think there's any more, so no more side quests today, and we've done both of the elite quests now. So I have to wait for tomorrow to get some more side quests. Alright, so we can see if... Yep, so this one's extractable. So let's extract that and add it to our collection. I don't think we have any gems, no.
Hey there. It's good to see you.
That stuff salvaged off. We still don't have enough to upgrade anything. So I think we go do the Shadows contract. Up to 6 of 8 now, which is good. Just wondering if it might be better to do bounties over the contract, because the contract will put us in a solo dungeon bit, so if we do happen to get to 8, which is hopefully soon. That guy is way too low. And now he's offline anyway. Alright, let's get rid of the offline. Guy's looking pretty good. Yeah, so I think rather than do that, we do the bounties here. Because these ones, if we do end up with 8 people and ready to go, we can just bail straight out. So it looks like one of the people in the group at the moment is below the minimum, but everyone else is either above it or quite a bit above it. So I think as long as we get 8 people at this point and we can start the raid, I think that should be sufficient to get it killed, hopefully. As long as people are dodging the rocks. And we've lost some.
Is that all you've got?
This one's got a lot of health. Got it. Nice little chunk of enchanted dust from that one. Alright, I think that is that bounty done. So let's have a look at this one here. Looks like there's a chest just over there. Seems I have to go around the long way. Just bump that back up to the top. Keep an eye on this raid. Always fun when I get 2 of those up. It's better if they actually get to fight stuff though. Alright, 7 of 8. And we've lost another 2 people. Alright, last bounty. Where is this one taking us? Back down the bottom here. Should Means I can salvage some stuff on my way through.
Nothing like the heat of the forge, eh?
Probably helps if I don't stand right where he's slamming, but doesn't really matter. These guys feared me. Back up to 6 now,
Already. Point me to the enemy.
and back down to 4. So ridiculous, people can't just wait. Stuck on things there. Have a couple down here. Big group of them over here. Alright, we're back to 5.
Taste the fury of the ages.
Getting a decent percentage of the Purify the Corruption done here as well. So go hand those bounties in, then we'll see where our next ones take us. Decent little chunk of stuff. Off to Bilefen for these ones. Some of that claimed. For our quests at the moment, so gold, treasure chests and dungeons. Not sure if the Helliquary counts as a dungeon or not. I'm just gonna go and get some more water, so I'll be back in a minute or two. Alright, raid didn't pop while we were away. The guy's looking a little bit low. I wonder if you can do a party finder for the raid as well. Don't know if you can. No, it doesn't seem to. See if we can actively try to get some more people in. So apparently I can't copy things from in-game.
Follow my lead.
So it appears there's a difference between inviting to party and inviting to the raid. So for the most part everyone looks to be pretty good. Hopefully we can fill this last spot and get started. Let's head down here, get this stuff scrapped. This stuff here is why I don't usually have those chats on, too much spam.
Hey there. It's good to see you. I hope that can help.
I think you can block people or report them. Yeah. And there goes someone again. Got a bit more life, which is good. So what do we got here? Got a ice crystal. So I think if I salvage that ice crystal one, that'll give me enough to get the first rank of this one here. Then it'll drop out of the salvage window, so I can't accidentally salvage it anymore. So if I upgrade that, once it's upgraded it becomes unsalvageable. So it is no longer there.
Quality work there.
It's still in here obviously, but it won't show up in the salvage window anymore. And down to 5. And 4. Up back to 5. If people just waited, we'd be finished the raid and out by now. Alright, I guess we are off to the Bilefen while we wait. It's going to be real anticlimactic if I have to finish stream without getting this raid done. Hopefully no one else leaves and fills up. But in the meantime, we will continue smashing out bounties.
You didn't stand a chance. Feel the bite of my steel.
The bounty and the area quest done. So let's go is kill some turned mages. Probably this one. We're up to 7. Lost one of them.
Your mewing will not save you.
Another champion back just down to the south. More of these mages over here.
My enemies fall before me.
I was gonna type something, but of course people being spawned on me. Let's head down to this one. I'll kill some fetishes down here. Alright, that's 7. Move 2 offline.
How your blood will gush from your veins.
I had to run to fear you. Let's get rid of them. Cool, so we've got a bestiary turn in. Off here.
Is that all you've got?
What do we got left here? Bog frogs. Back up this way. Trying my best to get this started. Almost there. Alright, let's accept this. We're in.
Your strength is mine.
Hopefully people can dodge rocks. Alright, we've got at least one rock, that's good. Alright, we're looking good. Down the last health bar. Got it. Very nice. And I get a chest of glory. So that has some extra dust in it. Alright, we got it done. Our first Lassal difficulty 2. So just head back to waypoint here. Hopefully nothing else follows us over here. Alright, did Lassal difficulty 2. We apparently found a legendary with Paragon 90 plus. That means that that one there should be very tasty. And we've got our bestiary to end in as well. So let's finish off this bounty, and then we'll head back to Westmarch and hand that bestiary in and get that legendary identified. Hopefully it's a very nice upgrade. And I should have some scoria to refine as well, so I should be able to upgrade my Helliquary with that.
Feel the bite of my steel.
And I'm so glad we finally managed to get into that. I'm also glad it didn't just wipe it. The first rocks and fall apart. remember to turn those random couple of chap channels off as well. Alright, that is our last frog demon, which means we are good to head back to Westmarch. Claim these bounties. It's a good little chunk of loot from that. Got our next ones for Frozen Tundra. Get that ticked off, that ticked off, that ticked off as well.
My power grows.
Paragon 91 and Battle Pass 5. What next? Bestiary. Let's see what we get here. Hopefully not a duplicate. New one, nice. So we'll split back and forth a few pages to get the rest of the text to show up. Destructive Nightmare. Creature of shadow and unmitigated violence, destructive nightmares use tri-bladed chain sickles to hobble their enemies and scythe their own flesh in the absence of anyone else to hurt. The small folk fleeing Zavane's valleys believe that to meet the eyeless gaze of a nightmare is to instantly granted access to your greatest weakness. Some nice loot there too. We'll claim that.
My power
Grab both of those.
grows.
And Battle Pass level 6. So that is the bounties that we picked up. Got Paragon points to spend. Nice, so get that one and we get to unlock this one as well. So now that I've unlocked multiple trees, I can switch back and forth between the trees just like that, and that unlocks the skills in that tree. Then I can switch back to that one there again. So you can switch back and forth between the trees freely, but if you want to actually respec your Paragon points, and say if I wanted to move these to a different tree, you need to use the respec button up the top here, which you get one of those a week, I believe. Alright, let's head down. Actually, I might just stop by the Helliquary. Because we've done difficulty 2 now, we will have also unlocked difficulty 3, so we can see what kind of combat points we need for that. So 1640, so it's not too terrible. So level 1 was 420, level 2 is 1250, which is the one we just did, and level 3 is 1640, so not too far off that now, about 150, 200 off. And then the next boss, Bitaf, is 2000, so next to get done will be the Lassal difficulty 3, and then we step up to Bitaf after that. Just turn these couple of chats off. World, Recruitment and Shadow. Let's see, did I get any other charms? I did. Cyclone Strike.
You there.
So let's scrap that one
Find any more?
and
No
get this
secret. Glad to be
identified.
of service, my friend.
And it is not an upgrade apparently, which is unfortunate. Even though it's requires quite a bit higher than our current. We'll see if we need the essence out of that one.
Legendary weapons.
What was that? That was a chest, wasn't it? Doesn't look like it. Ah, yes, the scoria. Heard about that already. Why is that flashing at me?
What do you need, friend?
Right, refined scoria. So we got 15 from that rather than 10 because that was level 2. So it's definitely worth doing the higher ones if you're high enough to get into them and you can find a group. Which is finding a group is probably the harder part. So it's can upgrade that to level 11, which bumps up our combat rating a little more. And we've got 6 left over. Need 21 for the next one. So if we do another level 2, that'll put us right on 21 for next time. So the raids reset every Thursday and Monday, so you can get two done a week. Alright, so don't have any upgrades there,
Hey
so
there.
let's
It's good to see you.
get all that scrapped off. We'll check on that weapon before we scrap it. Scrap that one.
You do the fighting, I'll
It's
do the forging.
only 4,000.
What do you need, friend?
Scrap that off. So upgrades, still need a bit before we can upgrade one of those again. These ones we're getting pretty close, but we're not quite there yet.
You do the fighting, I'll do the forging.
And we'll just check through some of our stuff here, and then we'll probably finish up. So those two we need to do with a warband or need to be higher. These we've done pretty well tonight. We've gone from level 1 all the way up to level 6, and level 6. It always confuses me here because it's got the number there, but that's the one you're working towards. So we've gone from level 1 up to level 6, which is a good start for the season. Don't have anything else there to claim at the moment. Quests, we're getting pretty close to our 45,000 gold. The bounties are definitely a big help with those. Need to do more chests and need to do some dungeons, so I might do some focus on some dungeons next time I'm on. Up to 1479 combat rating now, which is getting pretty good. And we're at 10 of 14 for our chapter 2 now. So we need to, the ones we still need to do are 72 bounties, so we've got a bit more to go on that. Need to craft 10 legendary gems, so that's more elder rifts. Need to do more monstrous essence, and we need to reforge an item. So those 3 are just sort of grindy ones, do lots of bounties, do lots of rifts, do lots of open world. Then the reforge, the reforges are these abilities here, the bonus abilities. So you get your first one at level 5, I think it is. So these ones I've actually reforged most of these because the ones I got first were not very good, but that was before I unlocked chapter 2. So when I decide to reforge one of those again, that will get that ticked off pretty easily. And then exploration I've been chugging through, so it's sort of 54, 36, 27, so 27 to 54% done on those. And our player achievements, so we've got equip 5 set items, so I think we need to be Hell 3 or Hell 4 to get the last 2. Hell 4 I think it might even be. Paragon 120 plus legendary, and a legendary gem to rank 5. So our gems are looking pretty good at the moment, so we're on rank 4, and rank 4 for our 1 stars. Then our 2 star is rank 2, so that's probably the one I'm going to upgrade next, get that up to 3. Then we've got two 5-star, well, two 2-star or 5-star gems, which are both rank 1 because they're very expensive to upgrade. This is still flashing at me, but I'm not sure why. Oh, that's not important. Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm up to with everything. So Hallow's Wake, we've got 10, so we can buy another little batch of those. And we're up to 220 of 260 towards the legendary crest here. So we've still got, so that runs through to the 2nd of November, so we've got another 4 days on that. So I get, without finding any goblins, I get 21 per day. So that should be another 80-ish. So I'll be able to buy the rest of the enchanted dust. And probably the gems as well. So that'll be good. And that'll get me that legendary crest as well. And I think that is about everything. So I think I'm going to finish up there for tonight. Thanks everyone for coming and hanging out. If you enjoyed the stream, please follow me on Twitch. I also have a YouTube channel where I post the VODs from the streams as well as any highlight videos. If you can follow me over there as well, that'd be appreciated. And thanks once again for coming and hanging out, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks, bye.